At the end of today's video lesson, I'm going to send you on a YouTube treasure hunt. So if you're feeling lucky, stick around. Hey, it's David-Dorian Ross. Welcome back to 100 Days of Tai Chi. Today is day number 42. I'm out here close to my house near the wetlands. It's such a beautiful, gorgeous day. The lighting is so awesome. I just had to come out here and do my intros. Today we're learning a brand new movement number 48, which is turn and kick with heel, but good news, there's no spin involved. And then I'm moving the weekly wrap-up from Mondays to today. So at the end of the lesson today, we're going to go right into a wrap-up of all the movements we've learned since last week. It's really beautiful. We shot it yesterday when it was so sunny. I wish we had shot it today because it's just really gorgeous light. And then I have a treasure hunt question for you. Before we do that though, let me just say, if this is your first time on this channel and you're a beginner who'd like to learn Tai Chi at home, or maybe if you're a more advanced student but you want to pick up some tips and insights to go along with the other training that you're doing, then you can start right now. All you have to do is click that subscribe button, and here's a power tip for you. If you hit the little bell next to it, you'll be notified every time there's a new episode, and so you'll never miss a lesson. Now, let's go ahead and dive into today's lesson, and I'll see you in a second. The movement in this lesson is called turn and kick with the right heel. So it's exactly the same as the first kick with the right heel we did before the two tigers, and it's kind of like, in a way, a bookend of this whole sequence. Kick, tiger, tiger, kick again. The turn part is very small, so don't worry, it's not like a spin turn like we did with another movement called turn and kick with right heel. This one is actually just repositioning so that I'm back on the same line again, kicking with the right heel almost exactly in the same spot. Watch me one time and then we'll break it down again. Very easy, very short lesson today, I think. Okay, let's take a look at this footwork real quick. So I am in the final position here, facing the same direction as open the door in a bow step. And what I want to do is I want to get back on the lane again. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out this front foot, sitting back from my right foot to the left foot. Now, as I do that, I'm actually also going to pivot a little bit on this left foot. I'm going to let the left toes turn out. They eventually want to be turned out 45 degrees off of the lane, right? So if this is my lane down here, I want my foot to be a little bit off this way. Now, I think we haven't really touched on this in too much detail before, but when you're standing in all of the different Tai Chi stances, usually the back foot is in that 45-degree angle. This provides some stability, sort of widens the base geometrically on the floor. So if I have one toe pointing forward, the back toe being a little bit at an angle creates more stability there. And this is particularly true when you're standing on one foot. You can test this for yourself. Try standing on one foot with a toe pointing forward, and then stand again on one foot with a toe pointing out a little bit, and you'll find that it's a little bit more stable. At least I do. That's the theory anyway. All right, so now what I want to do when I do this transition is sit back off this front foot and let this back foot turn out 45 degrees. Then I step in with the right foot, preparatory to lifting and kicking. The knee comes up, the hip tucks in, and the kick comes out. Right down the lane, kicking with the left heel. My body is not squared off, like I'm not, turn here, not kicking straight forward with the kick here. My body is also at an angle, matching up with that left toe, and then the kick comes out from the side of the hip, from the angle, the corner of the hip, if you will. All right? Okay, now let's take a look at what the hands do. The hands begin in this striking the tiger, holding the flag kind of position here. And for a moment, they do nothing, right? I sit back and I'm shifting into the back foot, turning that back foot out. Then the two hands release the fists, and the left hand sweeps down and around, warding off left. So ward off left position, rounded and curved and expanding out here. Then the right hand sweeps down and crosses at the wrist. By that time, I've stepped up, ready for the kick. The knee lifts up, the hands, again, if you recall the way we did this last time, they roll across each other, rolling open and swinging out like swinging doors, like a saloon door opening this way, and then the kick comes out underneath the right arm. So here I am, I'm just going to cheat this a little bit so you can see. Don't worry, I'm going to give you other camera angles. Right? So I'm in this position, I've got my hips sunk in, the door's open, the kick comes out. Let's flip the camera for just a second so that you can see this one more time. Okay, now let's take a look at the whole thing one more time in sequence from the end of the strike the target with the right fist through the turn and kick with left heel. If I've left anything out, or if you would like a little bit more clarification on any part of this movement, please ask that question in the comment section below. I love those kinds of questions. I'd be delighted to come back and add a little bit more detail or another layer. We haven't talked about layers for a while, so you know what I mean by another layer. Anyway, ask those questions there. Now, after we take a look at the whole thing one more time, no question of the day today, what we're going to be looking at is the wrap-up of all the movements we've done since last week. So from the end of the two brush knees all the way through this second kick. And that's going to come up in just a second. is the wrap-up of all the movements we've done since last week. It's a very nice section. And by the way, it gets us almost to the end of section 2 of this 100 movement long form. By this time next week, we'll already be on to section 3. So that's kind of exciting. Now, here is my treasure hunt, my little challenge for you. A few episodes ago, I asked you what other kinds of YouTube channels you like, and the response was awesome. I really appreciated all the different tips of different channels that now I'm watching and I've subscribed to. But I've got a little twist on that. This coming year, 2018, is a year for me of collaboration, of working together with new people, of meeting new friends and joining energies with new people. And so I'm curious about who you're watching that you think I should do a video with, a collaboration video. And maybe if you don't know anybody, you could go on a YouTube treasure hunt to find other people in other genres. Doesn't have to be Tai Chi or fitness or anything else, meditation, whatever. You got somebody you like who does shoes or cooking or something like that. Love to know about it if you think that I should do a collaboration with them. Love to see what you come up with if you're up for the challenge. All right, now once again, I just have to say thank you for all the things that you do for me every single day, most of all for your support and just for your interest. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my Tai Chi with you. I really appreciate that. If this is the first time on this channel and you like what you've seen, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button because you can start right now in learning Tai Chi at home and we can do it together. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in the next lesson.